In this 3-part series, I'm going to show you how I help online fitness coaches scale past $10,000 a month and build a thriving business on social media. Like Rob, who we helped gain 12,000 high-quality followers using the community funnel, helping him generate new leads, which have contributed to adding over $10,000 in revenue to his online fitness coaching business.
One of the best investments I've made for my business. So I've been working with Scott and his team now for about 7 months. Scott and his team are brilliant. They're great. They care about you, about your business, but their work as well, which is quite rare to find. They've got a lot of pride. They're very passionate about it too, which is what I love about them. Since signing up with Scott, my revenue has increased, my following has increased, my views have increased, and more importantly, I've got more time because they're doing the jobs that I didn't really want to do. Everything about what they do has improved my business. If I was someone thinking of signing up with Scott, I would 100% do it. They genuinely care, and I think that is really, really rare to find. So if you're thinking about it, 100% go ahead. It'll be a great investment.
I'm going to break down how we're able to do this by sharing steps 2 and 3 with you in this video. So step 2, dialing in your messaging. You may have heard me talk about this in other videos, but I'm going to go over it again today. I believe your messaging is one of the most important parts of the puzzle. If you don't have the correct messaging, you're not going to attract your ideal clients, and you won't be able to grow your business long term. The problem most online fitness coaches face when it comes to their messaging is they talk about what they think their audience needs and not what they want. Focus on talking about the outcome your ideal client wants, instead of explaining what your 12-week program is going to include. Talk about how great their life's going to be once they've lost the weight, that they finally have the energy to go and create lifelong memories with their kids, and how their partner's going to look at them. Now they're in the best shape of their life. So here's how we're going to craft your messaging in your content using the messaging and transformation diagrams. In the messaging diagram, in the middle, you're going to write the ideal outcome you get for your clients. In my case, at the current stage I'm at in my business, I help online fitness coaches scale to $10 to $30 a month in profit. If things are followed correctly inside the program and in our community, then these are the results our clients will achieve. As you already know from part 1 of this series, there are so many people on social media that do the same thing as me and do the same thing as you as an online fitness coach. But there are, however, things we can do with your messaging to help you separate and differentiate you from the competition. One thing to understand is the way that you get to the ideal outcome is really important, and here's why. If I told you that you're going to make $20,000 a month with your online fitness coaching business, but you're working 100 hours a week, you can't enjoy the money that you're actually making, and you're only doing about 10% profit margins, but I will get you to $20,000 a month, you are not going to want it anymore. This is because the way in which you get there really matters. So around the messaging diagram, you want to look at these lines as your core values, what you believe in, what makes you different, values related to your offer, the way that you get results for your clients, not how you get them there. What do you value in your life? In my case, it's showing my clients they can build a business of a small team of 3 to 4 people. You don't have to send hundreds of cold DMs a day or be on the content hamster wheel. They can do this without having to worry where their next client's going to come from. They'll do this using a community funnel and building an audience they can sell to for years to come. They can do this only coaching 5 to 8 hours a week. They can go on holiday with friends and family, and they can have 90% profit margins in their business. So what this represents are unique things that I can talk about that make me different because they are my values and it's what I believe in, along with things that I've done myself and for our clients. I believe that if done correctly, the community funnel is the solution to never having to worry about where your next client will come from. Now, let's do this for you as the online fitness coach. So here's how we do it. You would add in the middle of the diagram the ideal outcome that you get for your client, which is lose 20 pounds. And then around the diagram, we're going to talk about the ways in which you get them there. And they can do this whilst going to fancy restaurants, eating out multiple times a week with their partner, whilst only working out 3 times a week. Don't just write down what you think would be a good idea, but what you actually believe to be true about the way in which your ideal client can reach their ideal outcome. Remember, you're trying to create your niche of one. This is how you're going to do it. So what I want you to do is pause this video, get a notepad and a pen, and write out in the middle of the piece of paper the ideal outcome you get your client. Then around the circle, take your time and figure out what your values are on the way in which you achieve the ideal outcome. Once you've done this, we'll move on to the transformation diagram. Okay, now you've written down your ideal outcome and the way in which you get your clients those results. Now let's move on to the next part, the transformation diagram, where we go from A to B. This is where we provide the transformation for our clients. We are going to start with A. So on the A side, you want to write down the actual pain points and problems you help your audience solve. So here are some examples. Low sex drive, no time to work out, and body conscious on holiday. Now what I want you to do is pause the video again, write down the pain points and problems that you solve for your audience, and don't just copy mine. Okay, and now you've written out those problems. Now let's go into the B side. And on the B side, you're going to write down the exact opposite to what you wrote on the A side. So for low sex drive, you have increased testosterone naturally. For no time to work out, we have working out 3 times a week. And for body conscious on holiday, we have summer shredded. So everything that we've written out on both the messaging and transformation diagrams that I'm circling on the screen for you is the messaging that you're going to talk about in your content. And this is going to help you stand out from the other fitness coaches in the industry, creating your niche of one. Of course, you're still going to talk about nutrition and the fitness tips, but now with this information, no one's going to compete with you. So if you ever get stuck on what you can talk about in your content, to dial in your messaging a little bit more, use this exercise. But what's another way besides just dialing in your messaging to make you stand out on social media? So this is where we move into step 3, branding and content strategy. You see, it's not about posting your latest workout or food recipe videos, but actually building a personal brand that people can relate to. So when it comes to your branding, you want to have your own content style that is an extension of your personality. This is for your videos and graphics, your brand colors, and the ways in which your videos are edited, the fonts that you use, the animations, sound effects, and even the music. And as you can see from my videos, my brand colors are blue, white, black, yellow, and red, as you can see from the text highlights. Before someone can even hear your voice or see your face on the screen, they know that this is your video because it's instantly recognizable. So take inspiration from your favorite creators and other fitness coaches in the industry, but make sure you don't copy them exactly. Otherwise, you'll just look like everyone else again. And that's not what we're trying to do. And to help you out, you can find some amazing video editors and graphic designers on onlinejobs.ph. I also found my amazing editor that's editing these videos on Online Jobs. Shout out to you, Jomar. Now you've found your voice and what you speak about in your content and your content style. Now it's time to put together your content strategy. But before we dive into this section of the video, I need to make one thing clear, and it's important that you understand it. The aim of your content is to build an audience of your ideal clients that you can nurture and sell to for years to come, to make money for your business, not to go viral. If you go viral with content that attracts your ideal clients, great. The problem with going viral is you can actually attract the wrong people to your page, especially if you're not intentional with the messaging in your content. I believe it's better to get 5,000 views of your ideal clients on every video than 100,000 views from people that are not your ideal clients. I know this because I've made these mistakes firsthand with my content and with clients. I'm not saying having a lot of views and followers is a bad thing because that's stupid. You need to create an endless flow of consistent leads for your business. But that's pointless if those leads are not your ideal clients. Otherwise, you're wasting time stuck on the content hamster wheel, posting content that doesn't convert into sales for your business. So here's how you can create a content strategy that builds authority, attracts new followers, nurtures your audience, so you have people in your DMs ready to sign up to your program. It is the 7-day content strategy for fitness coaches. You can repeat this each week, just changing some of the content ideas. So here's how it works. You want to upload 3 authority building posts. This would include fitness tips around fat loss, building muscle, nutrition, food recipes, and debunking food myths, along with the way in which you help your audience achieve their ideal outcome, sharing your beliefs, your values, which we had previously gone over in the messaging section of this video. These types of posts are really important to establish trust with your audience and show your expertise and that you know what you're talking about. You'll provide valuable, actionable tips that the viewer can implement right after watching your video. A script framework that we like to use to help our clients generate consistent leads with their content is known as the 3 E's framework. And if you stay to the end of the video, you'll be able to download this framework along with 14 other script frameworks, all for free. So you don't want to miss the rest of this video. You then want to post 2 community/shareable posts. And this is to both build a stronger relationship with your current audience. The community building posts could be motivational speeches or talk about personal stories of pivotal moments in your life that you had to experience. And then with the shareable content is creating videos that are related to your audience's pain points and struggles that they face on a daily basis, whether that be gym related, work, and being a parent. And this is to help get exposure to your account to reach a wider audience. And the reason why I say this is because I recently watched a clip of the CEO of Instagram talking about how people use the platform today.
Basically, what people don't realize is they think of Instagram as a feed of square photos. And if you look at how people share, all of the growth has been in stories and in DMs over the last 5 years or so. To the degree there is growth in the feed, it's all in video, it's not in photos. If you look at how teens spend their time on Instagram, they spend more time in DMs than they do in stories, and they spend more time in stories than they do in feed. Yet people think of Instagram as a feed, and it's the 3rd most important surface at best, maybe 4th now. You don't share personal moments in feed today the way you did 5 or 10 years ago.
It is really important that we understand how people are using the platform today, which means people are actually finding new content, new accounts by seeing people's stories or being sent them in their DMs. So by creating shareable content that speaks to your ideal clients and not for the sake of just going viral, you actually increase the chance of your ideal client sharing it to their stories or their friends who are also your ideal clients in their DMs. And a great way to do this is actually creating 7-second videos, just like I did for fitness coaches in this video. It can be ideas like this related to your audience. It's funny, it's easy to consume, and again, it speaks to their pain points and touches a nerve. But this can happen to any piece of content that you post. Just make sure you're relating to your audience and you're sharing a ton of value. But make sure you're always testing different videos, whether that be ideas and video length, between 7 to 60-second videos. And this is because the platform favorites watch time. The more people that watch your video to the end, the more people Instagram's going to share your content to. And then you want to upload one series post. This is where you have an ongoing video series each week, just like an episode in a TV show. And this can be talk about specific topics like 100 calories in different foods, beginner's guide to training, or reacting to videos critiquing common misbeliefs, or going against popular advice. And it's a great idea for consistency with your content, to keep your audience engaged and to retain them, because you have part 1, part 2, part 3, and as long as you want to continue it for. And it helps to deepen your brand identity. And what's great about this is because it's short form content, it gives you the opportunity to explore a topic in more detail, educating your audience and encouraging them to take action on the information that you're providing. And finally, one social proof post. And what I would do is either post daily or every other day with social proof on your stories, but I'll save that strategy for another video. So you're going to go ahead and talk about your client results. This can be through a testimonial video where your client explains their experience and the results that they got working with you. Or you can use this simple framework on the screen. You start the video with a hook, and then the middle section of the video is the best parts of your client's transformation. And then you end it with the call to action. Or to take it a step further, to give you some extra sauce, you can use the educational social proof framework, which you can access in the free doc in the description below. This will have your ideal clients reaching out to you in the DMs. And I know you already know this, but it's essential that you share your client results, because this is truly what's going to build trust with your audience, because it shows them that what you're actually talking about works. This will strengthen the trust and belief they have in you, guaranteeing at some point, whether that's in days, weeks, or months, that they'll be a member of your program and your community. Here is a table of what your content strategy could look like for the week. So there you have it, the importance of your messaging, branding, and having a content strategy to grow your online fitness coaching business using social media. Remember, it's not just about the numbers. It's about building an engaged, loyal audience who are invested in you and your mission. As you've made it to the end of the video, I'm a man of my word. You can download my free 7-day content strategy for fitness coaches and the 15 script frameworks with ChatGPT prompts in the description below. You have no opt-in page. You just need to make a copy. It has examples and breakdowns of how each script works and with what type of content to use them with. Like always, if you're new to the channel, like this video, subscribe, and become a part of the community of like-minded fitness coaches striving to impact more lives through fitness. And I'll see you in part 3, where I break down steps 4 and 5 on how the community funnel works, running ads on Instagram and converting followers into clients.